Well, you've heard all the exciting speeches. And if you're not convinced by now that we are something different, it's going to take a lot more. Let me tell you, to be here from the National Party is so exciting. I can remember a year ago coming here and having a breakfast with a few stalwarts of the Forward Party and saying, we can do this. This is going to happen. And now when I look at and think about the fact that United Utah is part of Forward, and Forward is part of United Utah, it is such a perfect marriage. We share values. We're going in the same direction. And by joining our forces together in an equal way, the way you all have and are doing, it means we can't be stopped. We are going to do incredible things. You all are going to do incredible things here in Utah. Now, I'm a lifelong Republican. My parents were introduced to one another at the 1932 Republican National Convention. My father was a Republican state chairman for 10 years. My mother, Republican National Committee woman for 10 years. I was a Republican because back then, Republicans had principles. Republicans stood for the kinds of things that I believed. Republicans were people who respected the individual. They believed in balanced budgets. It's a shocker. They believed in the rule of law and the Constitution. It was a party also made up of people who knew that they served the public, and they were willing to work with anyone to solve problems. Now, I'm from the Northeast, and we're pretty blue most of the time. We used to be. That isn't happening anymore. So when I left public office in 2003, I wrote a book called It's My Party Too. I've changed the title now, but I was concerned about what I saw happening within the Republican Party, a swing in a direction in which I was not comfortable and I did not think represented the best of the country, frankly. And I wasn't going to be proud to be a member of a party I respected. And I was losing that respect. And then I started a couple of organizations to change the party from within. And it became apparent very, very quickly that that was not going to happen. The party had the control, it had things just the way it wanted it. Meanwhile, Andrew Yang, who ran for president as a Democrat and ran for mayor of New York, was finding the same thing within the Democratic Party. And a fellow called Michael Wilner, who was part of a Serve America movement, was trying to bring both parties back to the center. And it just wasn't going to work. I was a longtime believer in two parties with the ways this country worked. That was too confusing if they had a multiplicity of parties. We were a system that welcomed that, a parliamentary type approach. But I am absolutely convinced today the only way we're going to change our country and save our democracy is with a third party. And that third party is the Forward Party with United Utah, and United Utah with the Forward Party. United Utah has been working so hard for so long that we're honored to be able to now work together hand in hand. But I want to tell you, I honestly believe that we were within a hair of losing our democracy. There is to me, unconscionable lack of respect for the rule of law, lack of respect for the Constitution. And the two parties now look at everything, and they have for a number of years, through the partisan political prism, not through the policy prism. It's not about solving problems, it's about staying in power. And if you look across the country, and it's very true here, you look at the number of your districts that are one party, where voters don't have a choice. There's one candidate, and that's it. And that has never served the public. When all an incumbent has to do is worry about their base and the primaries, they don't care about the rest of the people. The heck with it. And they don't represent the rest of the people when they get in. And this has been going on for quite a while, because after I won my re-election as governor in 1997, I was asked to consider running for the U.S. Senate. It was an open seat, and there was an former incumbent Democrat who said he wouldn't run if I ran. So I said, I'd go down and, talk to them. I didn't want to go particularly. I was told then in 1997 when I met with the Republican Senatorial Campaign Committee that if I said one word about campaign finance reform, I wouldn't get any help from them at all. And that's the kind of control the parties have today. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not allowed to represent your constituents. I look on Forward, and I've said from the beginning, we're a movement that has evolved into a party. We're a movement of people who have said enough. I want to see these problems solved. One of the greatest tragedies to me is twice now we've had opportunities to really solve the immigration issue, and both times the parties have stopped it. They've stopped it because they want to use it in the next election to excite their base, because that's one of the issues that gets everybody all excited. And that's all they care about. That's just wrong. Our founding fathers warned us. They warned us about parties. They were worried. They knew we're tribal people. There will be some kind of party, but not just two fighting each other. Benjamin Franklin famously said it when asked what kind of a government they'd given us, and he said, a republic if you could keep it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're at that point now, if you can keep it. But by joining together, you are now part of the national movement. The Forward has really only been actively working on the political side of it because we were merging three organizations that were fully formed and had full staffs and things, and that took a while. But we now are, as a recognized party, 2 months ago, we were a recognized party as a full party or affiliate party in 5 states. Today we're recognized in 13. We have 50 elected office holders who are affiliated one way or another. Full Forward. Thank you, Senator. And we have, or partial, Forward Democrat or Forward Republican. And believe me, it's even. The Democrats are as frustrated with their party as Republicans have become with what was mine. And then we have, in this election cycle, we have already endorsed 16 candidates. We have 3 of them municipal Colorado elections who have already won their primaries, so the others have to still go through it. We are growing. We're growing fast. We're growing big. And the more people hear about things like this, the coming together of respected parties who are saying together we can make the difference that we're struggling so hard to make individually, they are going to take notice. And what we want at the federal level, we want to be on the ballot in all states by 2028. We want to be done. And the fact, you've heard how we're different as far as policy goes. But the other difference is our real concentration is on state and local issues. Yes, we want and we have senators who are affiliated with Forward. We want and we have congressmen and women who are affiliated with Forward or are coming our way. We have several we're talking with now. The federal level is important, but it's the state and local level where the decisions are made to most directly impact your life. And it's where you build a farm team for the future. You get someone elected who municipal council, they may run for the state legislature, and then they may run for Congress. They might skip all of that, just run for president, the way a lot of people seem to do. This is something profoundly important and can make an incredible difference. And we can actually be saving our country. So I'm humbled to be here and to thank you for your willingness to give up your Saturday, but what's more important than that is you are willing to stand for what's right in this country. That we should have elected representatives who represent us, not a party, represent our needs. And that's why Forward is designed the way it is, to ensure that candidates can represent their diverse communities. Every state is different. The priorities are going to be different. And that's what we want and have to recognize. And it is entirely new. So you have to be out there talking about it, telling people what it is, as Andrew says, and I think, very well. We've kind of been conditioned. If you're a Republican, you hate Democrats. If you're a Democrat, you hate Republicans. But no one's been trained to hate forwarders. They know what we are. And that's a good thing. Let's capitalize on that. Let's tell them who we are. Let's show them the difference we can make. And I think there's no stopping us. Thank you all for being here.